This young female grizzly and her two young ones have been walking through the mountains for hours looking for food. They have not eaten anything for days. At the end of the winter, grizzlies are weak. They have just woken up from months of slumber. They need food to get their strength back. But food is scarcer than ever this year. This frozen river should have helped them take the edge off their appetite. But aside from a few dead fish, they cannot find anything. Climatic upheavals have made life hard for the animals of the Canadian forests. Hunger makes them aggressive. The female is weak and cannot leave everything for her young ones. Unlike young eagles who have small appetites, the bear cubs need several kilos of food each day to survive. Competition is fierce around here. From the day they are born, grizzlies need a lot of energy and stamina to survive. British Columbia, in the far west of Canada, is one of the last places in the world where grizzlies can be found. The bears live in the forests that cover the Rocky Mountains, the biggest chain on the North American continent and the youngest on the planet. The Great Bear Rainforest is the last rainforest on the Pacific coast of North America. It covers an area bigger than Belgium, with the icy barrens of Alaska forming its northern boundary. Knight Inlet is a huge expanse of sea that stretches into the heart of the forest. Many grizzlies have sought shelter in the neighboring mountains and on the coast. There are families, like Matahotas, and also lone bears. The fine weather returns halfway through May. Matahota and her three young ones have just left their den after 6 long months of hibernation. In the coming weeks, the only thing on their minds will be eating. They need to get their strength back. Their first meal will be made up of the young shoots of a tuber called bear's root. It is a sweetgrass rich in vitamins. As the tides come and go, the grass becomes impregnated with seawater, which deposits salt and minerals. At this time of the year, it is the most abundant food in the area. Grizzlies spend hours eating it each day. Although they are omnivorous, their digestive system is more like a carnivore's than a herbivore's, so they must eat about 15 kilos a day to feel full. Grizzlies have been living here for about 10 million years. We still do not know why they have only inhabited the west and center of North America. They have never ventured onto the eastern prairies. Grizzlies are sacred animals, inspiring fear and respect. The men who share their territories have always seen them as spiritual creatures. Hunters were jealous of their strength. They wore their skins, hoping to frighten the other animals. Only 100 years ago, these bears reigned over some 40 states and provinces spread over Mexico, the United States, and Canada. Today, there are no more Mexican grizzlies. Only a few hundred have survived in the United States, while in Canada, 60% of their population has disappeared. Hunting and a rapidly disappearing natural habitat are the main causes of this decline. British Columbia is one of the rare places where there are enough grizzlies to ensure the species' survival, but their long-term future is far from secure. Matahota and her young ones have just spent their third winter together. They are an exception. It is very rare for all the cubs in a family to survive and reach adulthood. A grizzly family is made up of a female and her young. Males are not even capable of recognizing their own offspring. Matahota often comes down to this grassland. Night Inlet is one of her favorite spots. Mother grizzlies usually stay away from the open ground when they're breastfeeding, but Matahota feels safe here. This will probably be the last summer the family spends together. The young ones should soon be ready to go it alone. It all depends on how independent they are and how much food there is. Beside the waters of the Pacific a few miles away, Blackie, another female, and her little she-cub are lazing in the sun. They have been out of their den for 3 weeks now. Last February, while she was hibernating, Blackie woke up long enough to give birth to twins. Grizzlies usually have 2 babies in a litter. When they are born, the cubs are still very underdeveloped. According to a folk tale, they emerge from their mother's womb as formless lumps of flesh, which their mother then licks into shape. The young ones never know their father. Males leave their partners after mating and go back to their solitary lives until they meet another female. Three weeks ago, Blackie woke up with a jolt. As soon as she came out of her den, one of her young ones was killed by a male grizzly lurking in the area. It has left her nervous and mistrustful. Since then, although her baby requires a lot of attention, she has been in a permanent state of alert. A female can pick up the scent of a male at a distance of over a mile. Blackie has reason to be worried. Tonka is roaming on the beach. Over her 25-year lifespan, a female bear gives birth to no more than 8 babies. That makes each cub very precious. She will fight anyone to defend them. Males can be twice as big as females, but few of them dare to attack a young mother. This 20-year-old male is at home. He has spent half his life in Night Inlet. Every spring, he comes down to wander the great beach. He finds plentiful food supplies and, above all, females who have come to feed after their long winter fast. Unluckily for Tonka, most of them are mothers. They will avoid